try this again. This looks a lot better.
I don't think repetition will help. Oh, is it on?
Yeah.
I feel like...
I don't know what you were referring to there.
Well, good.
I'm getting better and better at it.
Said you. All right. Hey, welcome to episode, help me out, 27?
Correct.
Of the Ascertainers.
He pointed to me mid-drink, so I was a little...
I did, yeah. And we already cracked them, so we don't have that normal kind of formality going. But it is the Ascertainers. Thank you for tuning in. We know you got better shit to do. We appreciate you spending about 45 minutes with us. Hopefully you're driving or trying to go to sleep or pleasuring another person. I don't know. Maybe pleasuring yourself. What's to say? Anyhow, the Ascertainers are Mark.
Hello, everyone. I don't know. Yes, hello, everyone.
Yeah, I was referring to Mark when I said pleasure yourself because he does it like almost the entire episode until it comes...
Phrasing.
Sorry. Yeah, until it arrives at finishing time, and then that's when I do my thing. It's like a Gallagher show all of a sudden. So I'm Jim. I am the other ascertainer, and a lot of people meet me on the streets and say, hey, I love your podcast, not Mark's podcast, not the Ascertainers. And by a lot, I mean 4. I think 4 people have done that.
The 4 listeners.
But I was at a wedding. Our last guest, Jason, had a son get married last weekend, and I was honored to be a guest at that wedding. And I guess Alex, the groom, had a lot to do with this, seated me at a table with 2 people that knew about the podcast. So that was like trouble. But it was so fun. It was such a great wedding, and congrats to Alex and Lauren and Jason and the whole tribe. It's fantastic.
Congrats.
It's good family. Good wedding, fun. We had to leave early because I had another wedding the next day, blah, blah, blah.
And it was nice of him to be on the podcast right before that. I'm sure he had a lot other things on his mind.
Correct.
That was very nice.
Yeah, and it would actually, I think, ideally, it would have been great if he could have listened to it on the way home, because that's when he listens to them, on the way to and fro from the cabin. So, but anyway, it's good. The Ascertainers, we used to have this long intro, and what it is, it's just Mark and Jim, a couple of guys that used to be neighbors. Mark came up with this idea and convinced me to join him. And I don't know, 4 months later? Oh, my, more than that. 27 weeks later, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because I think we've pretty much been every week.
We have that.
Here we are. And I really have enjoyed it. And I hate to say this will be the last one. So, Mark, I know what I told you.
I just bought more equipment.
I'm in it forever, and, I hurt you and all that kind of stuff. But no, we will. We actually have expanded from just the 2 mic setup to a 3 mic setup. And now we are a 4 mic setup, even though it's just us 2 tonight.
Right.
So that'll open up our ability to have more interesting
But it looks
people.
cool to have those extra mics just gathering dust.
Yeah,
it's like
totally.
a treadmill or elliptical that you don't use. You just hang clothes on them after a while.
Okay. I'm looking at my treadmill that I can see from here. And it didn't get used this week. I got to be honest. Cardiologist Bob, or whoever my guy is, I took a week off.
Can I throw out here, we mentioned it before, but I want to throw it out there again, that we post the new episodes every Friday. After a week after we record them, usually.
Right around dinner time.
Well, about 3 o'clock.
What some people would call supper time. And it's about 50-50 on people that consider the evening meal dinner or supper. I thought that I was the...
Supper is the evening meal. Dinner is the largest meal of the day.
Oh, see, you just added a whole nother variable. I thought lunch was lunch and lunch was the noon meal and dinner was the...
No, your dinner can be the noon meal as long as it's the largest meal of the day.
Where does that one come? That's just out of left field. So then what do you have at around...
Like we said earlier, if you say it with confidence, people believe you.
I'll tell you right now, man, you got me. That was a good one. So, oh, this is just a nightmare. For every episode that we go into thinking, yeah, this is the one that's going to be on point, blah, blah, I got to start the timer. There.
So add 5.
I'm already like 5 minutes behind. All right.
Exactly.
So we started this because we heard, apparently Mark heard other podcasts and thought we could do a good job with this.
We can't, but what the hell?
I mean, theoretically, this is, we're still proving that we can't. And thank you for your support and not listening. It's a hard thing to do. But one of the things that we thought was a thing that we could add to society as opposed to taking away is that we're in a environment of cancel culture. That if you say something wrong, that you're just. I feel like we're very polar as a society. You're either for something. If you're not for it, you're against it, and there's no middle ground anymore. And I think that Mark and I don't agree on everything. We agree on maybe 40% of shit, but we are able to discuss it and not just act a fool. And I think that that is maybe something that we would like to contribute to society, is to be an example of how to not get along without just disbanding or disowning one another. So
right. I talked you into understanding the Who was actually a pretty good band.
Actually, Roger Daltrey did that. I kind of just had to listen to it.
Well, I asked him to talk to you about it.
Wow.
So
that was really cool. Who else
but it is, everyone's has their camps and they're not willing to listen to the other ones, and you actually listen to me. Do you agree with everything I say? No. Do you agree with anything I say? No. But you listen.
Huh? I'm just waiting on that one. I felt that one. I should have paused longer,
But again, Fridays around 3 p.m. because I have to wait for
Central Time.
Oh, good one. I have to wait for Jim to
America with a K. America.
And don't forget about daylight savings time.
America. Fuck yeah. Anyone who's seen Team America knows that song and is now my friend. You ever seen Team America?
I have.
Oh, I guess we're friends now. So that's good.
We weren't before? Huh. Can I throw it out there?
What's that now?
That's very hurtful.
Oh, that's Mark's tagline. That was almost the name of the fucking podcast because Mark says it so often. All right. This is Rolling Stones week. We are going to do a quick radio game. We're going to get right into the Rolling Stones, our picks, and then we got other shit to talk about. Because what we have learned, and if you've heard of one of these before, you did too, we will go into a episode, and then I guess we go to an episode. Whew, that was close. Not a episode, an episode. Annoyed yet?
No.
Keep listening. So we would go into an episode with all these high hopes of, because we prepare, we figure out what songs we think are the best songs from this artist, and then we will F around for about 30 minutes and then cram it all in the end. So,
what you're doing right now.
Thank you. What time is it? Oh, there it is. 9 minutes in.
Well, add 5.
I did.
Oh.
I did. All right, so radio game first. I'm going to tease after we talk about Led Zeppelin. See, look at how efficient we're getting. After we do the radio game and then talk about our Led Zeppelin. Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones. It's Rolling Stones week. Right. Have I said Zeppelin this whole time?
Yes.
Oh, I would have heard people shut it off because they already heard the last episode was fuck. Zepp. Maybe you can do that thing that you do.
No, I'm going to leave that in there.
Whatever. So anyway, this is Rolling Stones week. After we do our Rolling Stones stuff, I'm going to tell you what I think might be a better idea for the radio game, because good Lord, it needs some help. So, Mark, you want to tell us your So the radio game is 2 legacy picks, and then 2 less off the beaten path picks, and then I listened to what's on KQ at the time, and if we match, we wouldn't know because no one's ever fucking matched. Oh, Charlie matched once on a previous episode. CK guy was a master, but he also admitted that he loaded the dice, and
even then it's.
But
you can load the dice.
We should allow that for sure. So, all right. Well, who are your 2 legacy?
REO Speedwagon and Boston.
All right.
Can I bring up about Boston? I was listening with my son, and I said, if you're going to be a cover band of Boston, and I can't remember what song they're singing, where he hits the high note, and then he goes 1 octave higher.
Yes.
And I was thinking, to be a cover band of Boston, you can never hit that next note.
That'd be Brad Delph's or Delph. Were you worried about either of your kids being the lead singer of a Boston cover band?
They were leaning that way, both of them.
Knew it. Totally had that one pegged.
Well, I just wanted to throw that out there because if you listen to their songs, he has a very high octave voice.
That band was so just, yeah. If you don't like Boston, you might want to just consider that you maybe don't like yourself.
And the album covers with the guitars as spaceships were awesome.
And probably, I would say, it's got to be a top 10 ever, if not top 5 ever, debut album was Boston's first album.
You're right.
And it came out during a time when it was raining great albums. You know what I mean? It was during the 70s when it wasn't like, oh, we need something, finally something comes along. And then all of a sudden, fucking Boston comes along, Foreigner's first album comes along, Rush 2112. Sorry, I had to throw that in for me. All right, so you picked, say yours again, I'll get on to mine.
REO and Boston.
I have the Scorps and Foghat for my legacies. Who's your? I'll do my.
Go ahead.
Off the Beatens, Asia, and this one has a story behind it. The Atlanta Rhythm section.
Oh, I love the Atlanta Rhythm.
Because what they'll play is "Homesick," which is off the album Quinella. But I bought when I was a kid in high school Champagne Jam, and it has exactly no rockers on it, but it's like a jazz record. And it's great musicianship, but it doesn't have any, like, you want to fucking get your girl to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, they were kind of the Little River Band type of band. To me.
Don't make me come over there and pull your fucking Blues
Clues
golf shirt over your head and pummel you.
They weren't
LRB was LRB, and you just leave them out because they were...
But the Atlanta Rhythm section was not a full-blown rock band.
Right.
They were more of, I don't know.
They were a music act.
Yeah.
But don't bring LRB into this.
From Charleston, right?
South Carolina? I wonder if they're from Atlanta.
Oh.
Because of the fucking name of the band, but I might be wrong.
I didn't catch that.
The Atlanta Rhythm section.
Really?
Charleston. Which one?
Or was it Springfield? The Simpsons.
Rick Springfield or Buffalo Springfield? Okay. What was your All right. I gotta prepare my loins for the
Rick Derringer.
Oh,
rock and roll.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
Oasis.
What?
Oasis.
Champagne
Superman. They do play that one.
Champagne what?
No, Supernova.
Champagne Superman. Oh, I hate this. Because we picked an alternate band. There's a commercial. How long do we give the...
let's just go right to it. The alternate band.
Nobody won. The alternate band tonight was Leonard Skinner. And this, we will revisit the radio game and my proposed improvement after we talk about Rolling Stones songs. Because this is a the hallmark of our podcast is that we will tease a topic and then wait. Now we're going to go right into Rolling Stones songs. I will have to admit, actually, you know what, Mark, you introduced this because I am talking the entire time, and I don't like that. We get paid the same amount. I feel like you should, take a little bit of the load.
Yeah, I should, because the money's just pouring in on this.
Oh, don't say pouring when I said load. That's not good.
I came up with this a couple episodes ago. I'm giving the hand gestures like people can see it.
Is it the fucking YWCA? What are you fucking doing?
Just the legacy bands that we've always picked. What are the top 3 songs that you like? And we haven't matched on very many of them.
Almost none.
Right.
I matched with our previous guests. We've only done a couple. We've done Beatles, Zeppelin, and this week is Stones.
I think we had one other one.
Okay.
The Who.
Oh, the fucking Who. The Who that nobody likes except for all those songs they like. God, the Stones are like that for me.
But our last guest, Jason, and I are big Led Zeppelin fans, so we matched on just about. Other than his big, out of the blue, In the Time of Dying.
Yeah.
That was
fucking
just...
cry for help.
Yeah.
Well, he matched... and he and I matched on The Ocean.
Right. Well, like you brought up, their titles to their songs, you have no idea what their song titles are.
Good thing they didn't write fucking Happy Birthday. I mean, Jesus Christ. What would it have been like? Another trip around the sun. That sounded like Tony Bennett. And I could see that too. All right. So let's do it. Top 3 Stones songs by the Entertainer. Ascertainers. Take 1. I'm trying to do the clapper. We need a clapper. Who goes first? I'm comfortable going first.
You have the clap. Yeah, go ahead.
I do not have the clap anymore. I'm going to go in reverse orders.
Reverse orders?
I'm Clem Haskins. I'm Clem Haskin. In reverse orders, I'm going to go with Let's Spend the Night Together.
Night together.
Yeah, this is not a... We have to... I don't have anything other to base it on, but that's just a fun fucking song.
That's good enough for me.
Okay.
This is not... I don't rank order mine like you do, but...
I feel like Mark's is going to suck just based on the fact
Shine
that
a Light.
Shine a Light?
Shine a Light?
Like Let the Midnight Special? It's ever low.
No, it's a different song. Yeah.
Oh. Enlighten us.
It's just a wonderful Who song. I'm not going to sing it.
It's
I know.
It's not the Who week, you dipshit.
Oh, did I say the Who? I meant Rolling Stones. Man, I have been just...
I don't disagree with you. That is a great Who song, but we were going for Rolling Stones.
No, Shine a Light.
Shine a Light.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up on the Google. All right.
And people, you can email us about our picks or what you think.
Yes, please do. Unless your name is Charlie or Jason or Alex, which you guys can too, but we're used to y'all. So we would like to see any kind of feedback. In fact, I'm going to say that my next one is really a bad song just to piss people off and to see if we can get one person to say no. Anyway, mine is inspired by when I watched Ted Lasso. Lasso? You know that show?
I do, but I haven't watched it.
It's a good show. A little, I think it is a good, that show is to fucking Netflix as the Ascertainers are to the world. Trying to just put some positivity out there. That's all Ted Lasso wants to do. But there's an episode...
I think it's Apple.
What now?
It's on Apple, isn't it?
Yes, it is on Apple TV.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso, you say? Yes. And there's actually the way this song is plugged into an episode is it takes kind of all the positivity of the song, but there's also some kind of like clamor during the song. It's She's a Rainbow. And they curate that scene magnificently.
Which
really makes me happy.
Which always came across like a Beatles tune to me.
That's what it said right when I said when I looked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts off with the piano and
yeah.
But that's the thing about the Stones. The Stones, what does a Stones song sound like? And you can't answer that because every fucking one of their songs is different. Because of Keith Richards, I think, they don't start off with like a rhythm guitar. They start off with the rhythm section or mixed singing. The Stones are fascinating. Even though I don't really gravitate toward them, when I listen to them, I'm blown away every time.
I agree.
So what's your number 2 there, Pally?
Moonlight Mile.
I wish I knew these songs. What the fuck is Moonlight Mile?
All of mine are between 19...
You mean Midnight Maniac by Kicks or something like that?
It's a dance tune.
Moonlight Mile?
I'm a maniac.
That's
no.
Flashdance.
I know. No. Like I said, I'm... what do I...
This next segment is about songs no one's ever fucking heard of. Starring Mark.
You would listen to them and you would recognize them and you would love them.
But can I add a little fucking texture for the next time we do this? And people like it when we fight. Is that if it's a song that you know FF well that I don't know, maybe a couple of the words, maybe what does a chorus go like? You don't gotta like sing.
But I could actually sing it and you would never recognize it because...
Even better.
I would never sing it to where you could recognize it.
Okay. Is it a fast song? Is it?
No, it's a slower song.
It's a slower song.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, your homework is to listen to... I'll list them off after we get done with it, and then I'll list all the songs, and then you can fucking...
Like I said...
agree or disagree.
I have multiple personality complex, and one of mine is a hippie, and he likes all the the 71 to 72 Stones songs.
All right. Wow. Nice to meet you.
Because
does your hippie alter ego know about the shirt you're wearing tonight? I feel like we talk about Mark's shirts a lot, but he admitted on the golf course today, which we'll talk about that later too, that he felt like his shirt looked like the host of Blue's Clues. And I can't disagree. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but...
I don't like this shirt, but I had to wear something different.
It's a wash day?
No, because you always comment on my shirts.
Let's see if you listen to me. How many golf shirts do I wear golfing?
4. And you're wearing number 4.
I know I wear... I don't number them, but I have basically 4 or 5 shirts I wear on the course. The one day I wore like a heavy cotton t-shirt, and it fucking poured. That was a good day. Like, I'm still wet from that. Even though I took the shirt off hours ago. All right, here's my number 1. And this, everyone knows my songs, I hope. They're at least not as obscure as Mark's, but it's As Tears Go By.
Yeah?
That is such a pretty song. I like pretty songs. I like to get hammered and get right up to the mic and then say, pretty. That's a pretty song. Hey, you're a pretty girl. Stones, get it. What's that song called? Some Girls.
Some Girls, yeah.
Is it? No, that's the album.
I think there is a song on there.
You're a pretty.
Thank you.
I feel like Bill Hader when he plays his like straight-laced character with the glasses. When I sing, you're a pretty. Hey, Bill Hader fans out there, Bill and I bowl together on Tuesday nights. If you want me to say hey for you or something like that, just let me know. Bill, don't be mad that I said it.
The beginning of Pineapple Express, when he's doing the testing of marijuana.
Oh, that is him in the black and white footage?
Yeah.
Hey, Bill Hader can't miss. He can't.
No, that's pretty
What
good.
is your number 1 Stones song there, Marco?
Can't You Hear Me Knocking?
Yes.
You've heard of it.
That I know.
finally.
Yes. Wow. Care to expand or?
That one is such a jam song that I just love listening to it. I think I watched a concert on, what is it, Access TV or something like
Yeah,
that?
sounds right. AXS.
And it was the Stones a couple of years ago playing a concert, and they did everything a medley type. There would be like 4 songs that they
Just
meshed
blended,
into
yeah.
one.
Well, they'd have to.
And it was like everything was a minute long, where their best songs are when they're jamming.
Yeah, but they have to do that for economy. Because people can't, they can't play. I mean, they play for probably 3+ hours, and their audience still gets tired.
But their
There's so many
best
hits.
songs, like Can't You Hear Me Knocking, is a 7-minute song. And that is a beautiful song all the way through, that you got to play that kind of stuff. You can't get the emotional response.
Mick.
They went downhill when Brian Jones drowned.
Keith. Mick. Jim here. Ascertainers. Yeah. The funny one. Anyway, Mark would like you to... Hold on. What?
Play the songs in their entirety. Don't do the medleys. Brown sugar, honky tonk woman. I mean, come on.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Mark doesn't buy tickets to concerts. Mark struggles to put $1 in the jukebox to hear your whole song. But I will also say, Rolling Stones. Oh my God. Mark edited that burp to make it sound like I did 2 burps.
Because I did it 2 episodes ago, and I feel so bad about that.
You can't smell it. I will say this, Rolling Stones, I would like to introduce you to ZZ Top, whose business model is superior to yours, because the Stones have about 9 people on stage with them, maybe a dozen, including backup vocals and horns, and ZZ Top is getting the same check divided by 3. So, what's going on? What's going on?
Well, divided by 2 now.
What's going on? Oh, too soon. R.I.P. Dusty. You were the man. But they got another guy, so it's probably, divided by...
He's not getting... He's getting...
He's probably paying them, but...
Yeah.
All right, so honorable mentions for the Stones. I've got Sympathy for the Devil. And I gotta tell you, I've been a huge critic of Saturday Night Live of the last, let's say at least 15 years. But there was an episode where Mick Jagger is hosting, and the sketch is he's at karaoke with some work friends. And they're
I have seen that.
They're trying to get him up there.
You showed me that one.
I did, yeah. And they're trying to get him up there to sing. It's like, oh no, I can't go up there. I'm too shy. But then one of their, it's like Bobby Moynihan, I think is his name. He's up there. He's doing karaoke. He goes, sympathy for the devil. Sympathy for the devil. It killed me. It was so dumb. But obviously, that's not how the song goes. That's the War and Children. It's just a shot away. Fergie did it with him recently. Fergie from the from Led Zeppelin. No, what, the black guy?
Wasn't she married to the North Dakota guy? That's a big Vikings fan. That Josh
Duhamel.
Is that? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Either way, that song is kind of up there with when it comes to like a backing.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, I said that already.
Oh.
But the backing vocal. Do you remember the story about the Pink Floyd song where I don't know what it is. You know the name of the song, but where there's a female backing vocal and she just comes in. There's no actual words.
Yeah.
She just, I think they say like, can you simulate dying or can you simulate something? The Sympathy for the Devil. No, yeah, Sympathy for the Devil. That wailing is, of similar, like emotes a similar reaction. So anyway, I don't know if I can do it.
There's a lot of songs about the devil. I believe that's the only rock song from the devil's point of view.
Okay, there. I'm starting to feel hot. My skin's starting to like.
No, but it says it's the devil talking and saying.
All right, there, Lucifer.
Okay.
What's yours?
I'm trying to enlighten you.
I hope it's like something like Some Girls. Or something.
I don't know. I got quite a few here. Tumbling Dice, Let It Bleed, Midnight Rambler. But one of the newer songs, Saint of Me, I love.
That's one that came out like a week ago.
No, that was 1997.
Oh. Well, to you it feels like a week. Saint of Me. I'm not familiar. I don't
Slave from 1981.
I don't remember.
Those are the two that are outside my 69 to 72 realm.
I only have two more. And one of them is, it's got to be one of the prettiest songs of all time. What would you say is one of the prettiest songs of all time that almost everybody knows?
Wild Horses.
And She Lives Next to Me.
Oh, Angie.
Angie. That is such a great song. I mean, it just is. Anyway.
Well,
I feel like I really milk it. Our old guest Jason, who was married to Angie, would be like, "Hey, whoa, you like that one a little more than we were looking for."
I think,
but it's just so restrained.
If you put Wild Horses and Angie and you combined them, you probably would have the same song come out.
Okay, there, Buzz Killington.
Sorry.
Wow, fuck.
But they're both excellent songs, though. I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying they're...
I'm happy to say that my final...
I love the sticky note stuck to your finger.
Oh, well, that's... You can't fucking fake the sticky note. It's on there. And it is Heartbreaker, which is also one of my favorite Zeppelin songs. So, but the Stones' Heartbreaker is reckless, and it's way better than the Zeppelin Heartbreaker, even though they're both good.
Wow.
Oh, Heartbreaker by the Stones? I mean, I can feel like they're playing it live at Altamont, and there's people literally getting fucking stabbed. It is, you gotta listen to it. It is like it's got a lot going on. And the beauty of the Stones, I'll finish up with this because we have a little bit to get to, and I have to give you my new option for the radio game, is Charlie Watts looked like he was tranquilized the entire career, but every member of the Stones credits Charlie Watts as being the glue that held that band together.
I agree, yeah.
And I don't know that he was technically that great of a drummer, but he just was the perfect drummer for that. You know
technically, I mean? He wasn't...
You know what he was like? I'm sorry to interrupt you. He was like Mike Campbell and Tom Petty, the Tom Petty lead guitarist, who served the song. He wasn't flashy, but he gave you exactly what that song needed. And
he was the anti-Keith Moon, who was
flamboyant
and pushing the band. Charlie was the, like you said, the glue that held the band together. He was a constant. When they needed, like, what rhythm should we play the song at, Charlie drove that.
Talked to him the other day.
He looked like a banker back
like
there.
Priest.
He had the same haircut from 1961
He looked very sedated back there. So I'm proud to say that we got to and through the topic at hand, and we have, let's see, probably a few minutes to spare. I'd like to ask if you have anything from the previous episodes to get to. I have a couple of things. I'll say this while you're looking that up. I ran into a listener at the local Hy-Vee, and it's one that you know and I know. And,
you were going to tell me the story.
Yeah. Well, his name is Frank, and it was just, I'm like, all right, yes, I know you from somewhere. Oh, yes, that's what it was. And we saw each other like a typical grocery store thing. We saw each other like 5 different times. Because you go down an aisle, it's like, oh, there you are.
And you were following him.
Yeah, well, true. I tried to get a picture of a Ascertainers listener in the wild, and so anyway, but he's like, hey, he had some Newt's feedback for me, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, he had he mentioned that one of the bartenders, the person that we see, well, it's fucking, I'm not going to name names because that's not cool, but that she doesn't smile enough. And I'm like, oh, well, I could see that. You know, she's serious about her job and, you know, maybe give her a reason to smile. Anyway, turns out I talked to that bartender and she and that person have some history. So I'll just say, Frank, be nice. That's it. So anyway, I also wanted to say that when we were golfing today, like I took care of Mark. I didn't want to make him feel too bad, so I you know, missed my last putt. But either way, it wasn't a deciding thing. But what earlier today, because I don't want to. It's the end of the season. I don't want to buy any more golf balls, and I was going through my golf bag. Excuse me, phrasing. And I pulled out a couple of golf balls that had my old company logo on them. And I'm like, oh, I think I'll play these company balls. And then I thought how that sounds. It's kind of, are these the regular golf balls or are these the company balls? As if there's someone coming to the house. You know what I mean? So, did you ever, when you were growing up, did your mom ever like bake something and you're like, oh yeah, and you want to get ready to get your greasy mitts on it, and she's like, no, that's
for the company.
Yeah, so I thought company balls was like, oh well, is that when you gussy them up real good? And,
I didn't understand where you were going with that. Is that why you used the dingy ones the whole time that we couldn't see?
I was trying not to use the company balls. I used an old Pro V1, which have no shine, and mine had a lot of mud on my ball today.
Goodness,
it had rained.
They were like 1975 balls that had been in the lake for.
They were like, you know, they were like black and white balls on a color fucking landscape. But anyway, the easiest way to find it was to find Mark's ball and then look way ahead and closer to the hole and in the line of the hole and not behind a tree for Mark.
Ow!
Yeah. All right, you go. Give me something. Give me something to work with.
I was reading in the newspaper.
Seriously?
Well, I read it every day.
Mark gets an actual newspaper.
Yes.
He gets. Do you wear like fucking slippers down to the end of the driveway and a robe? Please be a long robe.
I don't do that.
Or do you go out there like a man?
I do go out there in like these shuffling shoes.
Yes, I knew it.
But anyways, there was myriad was in the article.
Yes.
And they used it correctly.
Well, you just.
But it didn't flow.
It doesn't flow. It doesn't have to flow. It just has to be right.
It doesn't make sense though. You're looking at it, you're going, God, there should be a.
Just act like the word many is there, and the guy's just trying to be a prick by not saying many.
Or there should be an A there.
There were myriad examples.
There were
myriad strokes separating Mark from Jim's golf score today. It's the same as many. But you don't say, oh, there was a many. You just say myriad.
Oh,
It's just fucking myriad. That's what this podcast should be called.
I was reading that sentence over and over again. I go, goodness, this does not flow well.
It's not that important either, but I just make it my mission to do so.
And I want to do a shout out to my oldest sister. She's one of the few of my family members, other than my oldest son, that listen to the podcast every single episode. So, hello.
Does she care to remain anonymous, or do you want to say what her name is?
Audie K. I don't know. I shouldn't say.
Oh, yeah. Audie, by the way, we gotten away from this a long time ago. When we want to reserve somebody's anonymity, if they were a good person, we will call them Audie and then their first initial. If they suck, we'll call them Chumley and then their first initial. And actually, we just use their fucking name because they suck. Yeah. But, you know, that's kind of the thing. But we've gotten away from that. We're at 27 episodes in at this point.
We have to, dropping the episodes, we got to tell people.
I'll say this. I still will say this. If you like this episode and you're like, hey, you know what? I think I might want to listen to others. just go to episode 6, and you will hear Mark and I almost die laughing at. It's probably less than halfway through, but it's Mark's first attempt at editing, and it's just good stuff. So,
and if you have a Zeppelin song or Who or Rolling Stones that we didn't mention, email us.
Yes. I'm trying to prompt Mark. Say email.
The Ascertainers at gmail.com.
Fantastic.
And back to my oldest sister, she goes, you guys should talk about Tang sometime.
Tang?
Yeah.
The beverage?
Yeah.
Oh, big fan. Let's how do you say it? Put a pin in that.
You're right. Let's circle
Were
back.
you trying to be like the press secretary for the current president?
No.
She would say that every day. Let's put a pin and circle back.
Well, you said that. I was just.
Oh, I guess I did. Well,
But I guess I did do that earlier episodes.
just for shits and gigs. I want to see if there's a fucking song on this goddamn thing. Oh, this will give. I have 2 other things, and then I want to talk. I want to tease. Maybe we'll just wait for the next episode.
Don't tease me, Jim. Don't tease me.
Maybe we'll just wait for the next episode. But I will say that we need to change the radio game.
I think you mentioned what you wanted to do with the radio game.
You didn't. I didn't. I even didn't tell you on the golf course. Commercial. See? So here's the deal. I'm going to do the radio game thing. I have some other stuff, though. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, his headphones.
You got to make it official.
Like,
Mark's like, when Mark said, we got to do a podcast, and we got to get all this kind of junk and, microphones and fucking headsets and all this. I'm like, Mark,
hard.
why can't we just do it into your phone, Why can't we do it on a Teams meeting or something? He's like, no, it has to be official. I'm like, I get it. I don't get why do I have to wear a cup? So far, I've been fine. I did
the crap you say, you're going to get kicked there all the time.
That's not how cups work. That's not how virtual cups work. Ooh, virtual cup. Shark Tank. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm seeking a $10,000 investment for, I think, fittingly 2% of my business. Anyway.
What makes it worth $2 million to me?
I'm going to kick you in the fucking balls so hard. You can be like, okay, 2 million into 1. So, the radio game. Every fucking time we play the radio game, Journey comes on. So what I'm thinking about, my thought is this. Why don't we do radio bingo instead of the radio game? And Journey will always be the fucking middle spot, because that's the free one. Because it's always fucking Journey. So we need to figure out what size the board would be. And then every week we would just listen and just, yep.
Or get a spin the wheel. Something like that.
Talk to me. Oh, we'll talk on the next episode. This is a tease. This isn't a real thing. But you, the listener, you deserve better than this.
And I can come up with a
shit radio game.
Fake sound effect of the wheel spinning.
I know what you're going to do. You're going to do the helicopter thing with your wiener. And nobody wants to fucking... I'll tell you right now, they may want to hear it. I don't want to see it. So
I can't do that anymore because I injured too many people.
As long as you face the wall. As long as you stand back from the wall, I guess, 3 feet, and don't do it in a corner, you'll probably be fine.
Oh, we got to wrap this up. Well, but I want to say Beretta's first name was Tony.
Tony Beretta.
Yeah.
I'll do one of my errors and omissions. When I said that, last episode, I said that I got a tattoo at the Dirty Bookstore. At the tattoo shop above the Dirty Bookstore in Rochester. And then I said, my kids got the same tattoo in the same place. What I meant was, they also got it on their left calf, not at the Dirty Bookstore. Above the Dirty Bookstore.
I never even thought of that, but that's the way it probably came across.
As soon as I heard it, I'm like, that should have been clarified. So I think that pretty much sums it up for me. What do I got? Stones, radio game. Did it.
Did it. I did it.
You want to say goodnight, Gracie?
Good night, Gracie. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Go to Newt's. Oh, fuck. We didn't say anything about Newt's. Newt's is great. Apple Valley. Go there, get a burger. Get the Oklahoma smash burger with pickles. You'll thank me later. Good night now.
Good night.